Party. The question this morning is, can a Republican win the college vote? Joining us this morning to fill us in on his new plan is former City Councilman DeMaio, along with a student from Point Loma Nazarene, Justin Vos. Did I say that right? Yes. All right. Well, good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
So let's start off with you answering that question. Can a Republican win the college vote?
Absolutely, but you got to get beyond party label. You have to actually offer an agenda that connects with college students and what I call the millennial generation, those that were born after 1980. And what's happening right now is Washington politicians from both Democrats and Republicans have failed this generation. They are leaving them trillions in debt. They are leaving them broken programs that are not meeting the needs to help people navigate through life. And finally, they are diminishing the job prospects through regulations that are choking investment and small business and entrepreneurship. These college kids are graduating, and they're not able to get the job in the career path that they've chosen. They're, ending up working in retail. And there's nothing wrong with working in retail, but it's not the job that they want. And so we need to really send a wake-up call to both parties that we want to see these problems fixed, and that the opportunities that were afforded to prior generations, those opportunities need to be there for the millennial generation. And that's really what we're fighting for. And I think that that's a message that's resonating across the political spectrum with college students and those born after 1980.
Why don't you think these college students have a party preference?
I think they're frustrated, like many of us are, with the infighting and the partisanship that you see in both political parties, that nothing's really getting done. And so you have this growing movement of people saying, a pox on both of your houses, I don't like either party. And I think that we need to start with reforming each of these parties so that we are really seeing leadership and some bold ideas, not just infighting, not just posturing, but ideas. I think in particular for the Republican Party, there are two challenges. First, social issues. A lot of the younger generation, they want personal freedoms. And they don't think it's government's role to decide what happens in the privacy of your bedroom. And so I've challenged the Republican Party, get off those divisive social issues and remain focused on fiscal and economic reform. Remain focused on government accountability. That is a message that I think will allow us to connect with those college students. That the social issues right now are a non-starter. I also think philosophically it's consistent. If you're for economic freedom, you want lower taxes. If you're for freedom for small businesses from regulation, why not be consistent and say that individuals should also have maximum freedoms free from government interference in their personal lives? The second thing is that we have to get an agenda of solving problems, saying yes, not saying no. When you go to these campuses, you find people who have a mindset of fixing problems. They know technology. They're looking for taking on the world. The world's their oyster. They can do anything. Then they hear from Washington, oh, we can't fix that. Oh, I don't like that idea. Oh, I'm voting no. Repeal, repeal. We need to start seeing political parties offering solutions. What are you willing to vote for to solve problems? I think those are the two issues, social issues and a more positive agenda, solutions-oriented agenda that connects.
And educating yourself and doing your research. And Justin, I want to talk to you now. Statistically, they say that most college students are independent. Why do you think that they aren't with one or the other, Democrats or Republicans?
Well, I think that as a college student, you're seeing a big problem with unemployment rates in our kind of age range. You've seen about 6 million unemployed between the ages of 18 through 29. And when you have that, that's about 15% of our demographic. If you add in underemployed people who are working jobs, like Carl said, with retail, you're seeing a big gap of us feeling like we're being neglected. Like,
so you don't think it's lack of interest?
I don't think it's really lack of interest, but for them, they don't really feel like their voice is being heard. So they're really not wanting to step into the fold and say,
become unmotivated.
Yeah, this party's standing up for us, or this party's standing up for us, when there's been a neglect on both sides of the political spectrum.
So how did you team up with Mr. DeMaio here?
I met Carl a few years ago at one of his fundraisers, and one of the things we talked about was, talking to youth voters and making sure that our voice is being heard. And Carl's one of the guys that's not just going to fight for you, he's going to fight with you. And, one of the things that always resonated well with me was a lot of politicians that I've talked to over the years, they've talked to me and they've kind of forgotten about me. Carl never forgot my name. So he was one of the guys that, is able to pick up the phone and answer any questions that I have. He's willing to work with us, and that's the kind of leader we need. We need people that are, there for the community, that stand for the community, and not just, the youth, but every age group. And that's something that Carl really resonates well with his campaign and just what he's done in general.
That's a nice compliment.
Well, you know, I can't succeed unless we have the support of all age groups and building a diverse coalition. And I really want to challenge the younger voters. Don't wait for the old folks to figure this out. They're not going to solve the problem.
Don't let other people make decisions.
Your future's on the line, so get engaged. And I'm challenging both Democrats, Republicans, and independents on these college campuses. Get engaged, because you can't wait for others to solve these problems.
Well, we're running out of time, but quickly, you're going to be where tonight at 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock tonight at San Diego State, then 7 o'clock Wednesday night at Point Loma, noon at USD on Thursday, and then Thursday night we'll wrap it up UCSD. But this isn't just this week. We're going to be doing college outreach, you know, on an ongoing basis, because we recognize that we have to have a constant presence on the campus.
Perfect. Best of luck to you. Thank you both for being here, Justin, Carl. Appreciate it. All right, straight ahead on Good Morning San Diego, the Chargers are preparing